Independent National Electoral Commission in last-minute preparations says it is ready for March 28 presidential election. Police chief tells personnel to keep strictly to operational guidelines during Saturday's election. And our big story for tonight, a correspondent examines Islamic State's acceptance of Boko Haram's allegiance. This is the News Hour on AIT. I am Kunle Adewale.
And I'm Hauwa. You're welcome.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it is adequately prepared for credible and hitch-free elections come March 28 and April 11, 2015. The chairman of the commission, Professor Tahiru Jega, gave the affirmation during a final stakeholders meeting ahead of Saturday's presidential poll on Tuesday. AIT's Ijoma Osamo reports.
We've introduced new policies and measures which we believe would enhance the quality, transparency, and the integrity of the conduct of the elections.
Professor Tahiru Jega intimating stakeholders, local and international observers, on the level of INEC preparedness. The INEC boss said innovations by the commissions are yet to make the 2015 polls better conducted than the 2011 elections.
We believe that the period of extension has offered us an opportunity to further perfect the electoral process for the delivery of free, fair, credible, and peaceful elections to the satisfaction of the yearning and the aspirations of Nigerians.
Inspector General Police Suleiman Abba restated the commitment of the Nigerian police to protect every Nigerian before, during, and after the polls. He, however, has an advice for voters.
For the politicians and office holders, you will agree with me, when they cast their vote and remain, certainly there is the likelihood that campaign may even start again.
Meeting is the last of meetings with stakeholders the Commission intend to have before Saturday's presidential election. In the meantime, the Commission has formally launched the INEC software application called My INEC App, meant for electorate to gain access to INEC innovations and answers to questions bordering them on their voting rights. Ijoma Osamo, AIT News, Abuja.
The Inspector General of Police, Suleiman Abba, has urged policemen deployed for election duties to strictly adhere to operational guidelines. Abba said this at a meeting with commanders of Police Mobile Force, Counter-Terrorism Unit, and the Special Police Unit at the Force Headquarters in Abuja. The police boss, who said security arrangements have been made to protect lives and property across the 150,000 polling units, urged politicians to respect the electoral process to avert violence. On the purported warning by the police to voters to stay away from polling units, the Inspector General of Police cited Section 129 subsection 1 of the Electoral Act, saying the police has never issued a ban on anyone from the polling centers. The police boss assured of adequate security for the 2015 general elections.
Just 4 days to the presidential election, and a retired Assistant Inspector General of Police, Chris Olakwe, wants officers and men of the force to be cool, calm, and collected during the elections. The retired AIG gave the advice when officials of POPAN, that's the regulatory body for beauty pageants, and its practitioners in Nigeria, visited his residence to intimate him about its activities. AIT's Afemike reports.
They should be cool, calm, and collected while doing the electioneering policing.
The SY Public Relations Officer of the Nigeria Police, Chris Olakwe, said security agencies and indeed all Nigerians owe it a duty to continue to push for the unity of the country, as so far exemplified by President Goodluck Jonathan.
He has fought so massively to retain the unity and integrity and build an egalitarian society in this country, in spite of all efforts by insurgency to derail.
Olakwe, a retired Assistant Inspector General of Police, said he and the over 5 million youths connected to POPAN are convinced on the many landmark achievements of President Jonathan. Hence, they are supporting him for a second term.
For his support for the youth of Nigeria and for having interest in the youth of Nigeria and for promoting the interests of the youth. We will come out and massive with all our supporters, with supporters all over Nigeria, to march in on Saturday 28th of March to say, yes, we are for GJ.
Officials of Popan, who invested Chris Olakwe as life patron of the association, commended President Jonathan for his youth empowerment initiative, particularly in promoting the entertainment industry in Nigeria. Afemike, AIT News, Abuja.
President Goodluck Jonathan has assured the nation that the implementation of the 2014 National Conference recommendation will remain a cardinal point of his administration if re-elected in the 2015 general elections. Speaking at a reception organized by the people of Bauchi State on Monday, the president said the recommendation of the conference reflects the true change that the country requires. AIT's Anayo Ogiabogi completes the story.
The operations,
President Jonathan's second voyage to Bauchi State, one of the northeast states, could be described as triumphant. His first earlier this year during the campaign was marred by misconduct and even bickerings by some party faithfuls. Encouraged by the new face of Bauchi State, the president returns to let the people know his plans for the nation.
If you really want change in this country, in any aspect, it is implementing that document. So a party that does not want to implement that document cannot tell me that they want change. What is the change? Change must be positive to be meaningful. Going backward is a change. But must we move backward?
It was not only time for promises, but the presentation of achievements to the people. An international airport and the Bauchi Specialist Hospital were also commissioned by the president.
One issue that every state has is the domestic airport. So the government are willing, the federal government will also be in that project. But we want to stimulate common industry. And especially for states that produce food items, we want to export. But I don't know whether the government material will come, but we want to sell and export food products that we need terminal goods. We have not only provided over 1,200 primary health care centers all over the states, we built 15 brand new 150 hospitals in our local government.
The president had visited Daura, Katsina State, the hometown of main opposition candidate Muhammadu Buhari, where he promised a new deal for traditional rulers.
Katsina has remained solidly a PDP state, despite the Buhari's candidature in 2003, 2007, 2011, 2015. We are used to it. But what we do know is that Katsina are a federalist state, basically.
The Emir of Daura, Umar Farouk Umar, says he looks forward to a peaceful election. Anoyo Ogiaboge, AIT News, Bauchi.
The governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in Imo State, Emeka Ihedioha, says the recovery of more towns from the Boko Haram in the northeast of the country is a bold incentive for the conduct of peaceful and credible polls. Ihedioha, who was speaking at a town hall meeting on the giant strides of the Jonathan administration held in Owerri, insists that the 2015 general elections should be based on performance rather than ethnic sentiments.
It's about 5 days to the 2015 presidential election. This forum in Imo State, northeast Nigeria, is centered around promoting issue-based campaign. All the areas of national development in the past 5 years are x-rayed, but security of citizens takes center stage while recapturing lost towns to the Boko Haram in the northeast by the military is the talking point.
What is happening recently, it is clear that Mr. President has all it takes to secure Nigeria.
Government's efforts to re-equip the military and overhaul the nation's security apparatus, which has been almost comatose in the past 30 years, came up for discussion.
was comatose. But the president has been trying to rebuild it gradually, and also the president has been able to buy a lot of equipment.
The PDP governorship candidate in Imo State, Emeka Ihedioha, describes the current effort by the Jonathan-led government to restore security in all parts of the country as an incentive to a peaceful and credible polls.
Capture some of the achievements of President Jonathan. Then I should remind you that election of 28th of March is an uncompromising election. It's about the unity and oneness of Nigeria.
Participants at the Owerri Town Hall meeting believe performance should be the basis for electing leaders in the 2015 general elections. And for them, Goodluck Jonathan and Emeka Ihedioha combination is a perfect match.
The government deserves to come back because the government has performed very, very well.
Nigerians will be going to the polls to choose new set of leaders this weekend in what observers have tagged an all-important election.
Soccer has come the way of indigent patients of the Federal Medical Center, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, Southeast Nigeria. This is courtesy of the People's Democratic Party's governorship candidate, Dave Umahi, who visited the patients at the hospital. AIT's Chinedu Eze reports that Umahi also met with health workers at the hospital.
The People's Democratic Party governorship candidate on arrival was taken round the facilities at the Federal Medical Center at Abakaliki by officials. He later visited the children's ward where he offset the medical bills of all the children.
He has come to pay visit to the less privileged, the sick, the dejected among us. This is what is expected from everybody who is in power.
Umahi later had an interactive session with health workers in Ebonyi State where he unveiled his plans for the health sector if elected into office.
Our infant children and our aged ones, our fathers and mothers and grandfathers and grandmothers, above 70 years, administration is going to give them free medical.
The health workers commended the forum and urged the PDP governorship candidate to address some of the challenges facing the sector. Chinedu Eze, AIT News.
Ahead of Saturday's elections, the head of the European Union delegation to Nigeria and the Economic Community of West African States, Ariane Michel, has called on politicians to play by the rules of the general elections. He made the call when he paid a courtesy visit to the Rivers State All Progressives Congress standard bearer, Dakuku Peterside, who presented his roadmap to prosperity project to the European envoy. We have the details.
The head of European Union delegation
Jonathan don improve farming in Nigeria.
Goodluck build plenty school for our pikin.
Make we march forward with Goodluck.
During Jonathan, our economy e dey bam bam.
Make we no let Nigeria reverse. Make we vote Goodluck.
I go vote for Goodluck.
Na Jonathan fit do am.
Come 28, my vote na for Goodluck.
Make we vote Goodluck.
Make una allow Jonah run the package Naija abeg una.
Goodluck na baba.
Introducing Access Money, bought by Airtel with Mr. Money. Send your money instantly, top up your airtime instantly, pay your bills instantly, Access Money instantly. Send your money instantly. Safety is guaranteed. It don't matter how far it is, it reaches safe and quickly. Pay water bill instantly. Do the same for electricity and do something instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Access Money instantly. Hi, I am Mr. Money and I bring you Access Money, the fastest, safest way to send money, pay electricity, water and DSTV bills, top up airtime. Access Money agents available nationwide. Dial *903# to get started. Access Money, powered by Airtel. Simple, secure, instant.
If the future is the greatest analyzer of truth, then we must embrace reality.
Yes, we have corruption cases. I always say that, look, call a thief a thief. We've arrested more people within this period. We are prosecuting more people within this period. The whole of corruption in the fertilizer procurement sector is wiped out. We have done much better than quite a number of governments.
This is the reality of change in Nigeria today.
Boko Haram didn't start with me. We are reasonably equipped now to confront this Boko Haram. And very soon, there will be no part of Nigeria where they will erect a flag and say this is the Boko Haram territory. That will do.
For those of us who sincerely want the progress of Nigeria, our choice is clear. Vote Goodluck Ebele Jonathan for the continuity of change. A message from Truth Never Dies.
We don't tire to merry-go. We want better elections.
Here we are as a nation. It is time for our elections.
Another time to come together
and vote for the leaders of our choice.
Everyone has the right to choose.
If we must build and grow,
to become the great nation we dream to be,
we shall stand together and hold our election in peace.
We shall not be party to any intimidation.
All we ask for is a chance
to vote in the best leaders,
so that we can join hands and work together.
What is the use of our vote
if we don't live in peace
to experience the growth it will bring?
We shall come out and vote, since that is the only way our voices can be heard,
and not through violence and intimidation.
I believe in the future of this country.
A future that can only be guaranteed by a peaceful election that is violence-free.
May the best one win.
This message is from Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, making your vote count, consolidating our democracy, supported by the European Union through the UNDP Democratic Governance for Development DGD2 projects. Should we shed the blood of the innocent? Don't shed the blood of a fellow Nigerian for the sake of the ambitions of a violent few.
The ambition of any leader is not worth the blood of any Nigerian.
Say no to election violence today.
Don't you wish your mommy was fine like mine? Yeah. Don't you wish your mommy was smart like mine? Yeah. Don't you? Yeah. Don't you wish your mommy could cook like mine? Yeah. Don't you wish your mommy was cute like mine? Yeah. Don't you? Don't you wish your mommy could laugh like mine?
And that's why every mom should take 3 Crowns milk with low cholesterol to help stay fit and healthy so she can take extra care of her family. 3 Crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Don't you wish your wifey was hot like mine?
3 Crowns now comes in powder.
Good luck, Jonathan. Good luck, Jonathan. Good luck, Jonathan. Don't do better for Nigeria.
Before Jonathan Enta become president for 2010,
We just dey queue for fuel, diesel, kerosene, gas sef no dey. Nigeria oil and gas industry no dey produce enough and plenty wastage dey. But as good luck take over, plus the action wey our able petroleum minister Desani Alisi Madueke take follow am, Nigeria oil and gas industry just dey boom. And na our indigenous Nigeria businesses dey run the show. Today, na Nigeria petroleum industry dey give 75% of Naija revenue. Nigeria oil and gas industry don dey change for better. Nigeria's life sef don dey better. All these achievements na for just these 4 years. So imagine wetin go happen for the next 4 years.
Good luck, Jonathan. Good luck, Jonathan. Good luck, Jonathan.
Nigeria needs more good luck.
This message is brought to you by Directorate of Media and Publicity, PDP Presidential Campaign Organization.
Many people ask me, why am I running for office again? And I ask them, what has changed since I began this mission? Can you honestly, truly say that our country has changed for the better? Is the naira in your bank account of greater value today than it was 4 years ago? How can we allow the cowards of Boko Haram take over any part of this country? A sovereign state? How can the young people die looking for a job in Abuja and justice is not met? What is going on here? This is our country. Allow me to prove to you that in your lifetime, you and your children can be proud of this country.
As we count down to March 28 general elections, the Transformation Ambassador of Nigeria TAN continued with its campaign in various markets in Lagos State in southwest Nigeria. The campaign is to inform the grassroots of President Jonathan's achievements and educate them on voting correctly for the People's Democratic Party PDP candidates. AIT's Njideka Obi tells us more.
The Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria, TAN, in continuation of its nationwide campaign, is reaching out to marketers across Lagos State, southwest Nigeria. TAN says it is prepared to give proper education to voters with emphasis on getting the marketers to vote for the candidates of the People's Democratic Party at the general elections.
Well, I came to meet my people. These are my people. For them to vote good luck and Chinabache. So there's no.
TAN used the outreach to invite voters to its final rally for the general elections. TAN is a non-governmental body committed to promoting the ideals of the ruling People's Democratic Party, PDP.
With just 4 days to Saturday's presidential polls, the governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, has paid a surprise visit to the popular Onitsha main market to mobilize the traders to vote for President Goodluck Jonathan and all the candidates of the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA in the state. The traders, who were grateful for the governor's visit, assured him of their votes for President Jonathan and all the APGA candidates in both the national and state assemblies polls. Yeah, it is Chukwumaigo reports.
Governor Willie Obiano, who doubles as the chairman, board of trustees and national leader of APGA, worked to sensitize the people on the need to vote President Goodluck Jonathan and all other APGA candidates at the National Assembly elections and beyond.
The only party recognized in Anambra is APGA. We have shown it. And it's APGA that will deliver the president.
Governor Obiano maintained that APGA has put in place necessary measures to win all positions. For APGA was a vote for a sustainable development.
The senators we have from Anambra State now are not helping the government purely because they are not from the same party. So that's dysfunction. So we want to correct it. We want APGA people to go there and be able to represent us properly.
Inaugurated the party's local government, constituencies and wards committees to enable APGA come out victorious at the polls.
Despite the double candidature coming from other parties, I want to tell you
and I'm serious in what I'm saying, is not a threat to Africa. If they lie, let them. And we're very ready for this election.
Chukuma Egu, EIT News Oka.
The People's Democratic Party's candidate for the April 11 governorship election in Delta State, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, has promised to introduce policies and programs that would promote and sustain peaceful coexistence among various ethnic nationalities in the state. Senator Okowa made the promise at a town hall meeting in Ogbejo headquarters of Warri Southwest local government area. The meeting, which was part of the party's strategy of reaching the grassroots, attracted a large number of party supporters and well-wishers. AIT's Hauwa Enuma completes the story.
Southwest local government, it has about 136,000 registered voters, and it is also home to the PDP deputy governorship candidate, Barrister Kingsley Otuaro. However, one thing that is paramount to both Senator Okowa and Barrister Otuaro is the building of sustainable peace for development in the area.
More importantly is that we are going to strive to settle the issue between Obuja and Ataka cannot remain forever. So I can assure all the shops as well as the shepherds in the Southwest local government area that we will sleep with our eyes closed.
People of the locality entertain no doubt about Okowa's ability to deliver on campaign promises and vow to ensure victory for Okowa and all PDP candidates at the polls.
The elections of Mr. President and the governor, of course the Senate and all of them is one way.
We're not saying people are coerced to be PDP members, but they will on their own vote for a party that they know have credible leadership and have brought dividends of democracy, to the grassroots.
Senator Okowa enjoined the people to vote for President Jonathan in order to secure the future of their children and that of the nation. Hauwa Enuma, AIT News, Asaba.
From Delta State, we now go over to Rivers, where the People's Democratic Party governorship candidate, Nyesom Wike, has assured that if elected, his administration will establish a scheme that will help small entrepreneurs such as market men and women with financial grants to boost their businesses. Wike has also promised to concentrate on remodeling markets in the state into befitting business centers for traders whom he says have contributed a lot to the development of Rivers State through taxes. The PDP governorship candidate made the commitment when he visited markets in Kana local government area.
The Kana local government area by the PDP campaign council in Rivers State was initially meant to be a quiet one. Led by Nyesom Wike, the team had come to the markets with a view to learning firsthand the needs and challenges faced by the traders. But had other intentions as they poured out in their hundreds to welcome the PDP governorship candidate with a guard of honor as he made his way into the market, accompanied by his running mate, Ipalibo Banigo. And on sighting the pair, the traders, mostly women, broke out with the joy of expectation. Nyesom Wike certainly didn't disappoint as he delivered the news they've been yearning for.
Market for Bori. Inside our market, we will build a motor park. We will build fire service station inside the market. We will build health center inside our market. We will build police station inside our market. Because I will put light inside the market.
Wike also visited two other markets in Ka and Banga, where he promised to rebuild the markets and provide financial assistance to the traders. And upon his return to Port Harcourt, the PDP candidate headed straight for Rumwoji to redeem another car promise he made to the 110-year-old paramount ruler of the area.
The campaign council decided that, well, we thank God that he has kept him alive up to now. We should also try to see how we can ease his movement.
Southwest Zonal Coordinator of the People's Democratic Party and candidate for Ogun East Senatorial Seat, Buruji Kashamu, has assured residents of the state that he will enthrone justice and equity if elected into the Senate. The party chieftain made this declaration while addressing traditional rulers who paid a courtesy visit to his office in Ijebu area of Ogun State. Ziola Adeyemi has more.
Party faithfuls as well as residents of the Buruji Kashamu told the people that his main aim of running for the senatorial seat is to ensure that the people of the state enjoy the dividends of democracy which they have been deprived of over the years. Also speaking, one of the community leaders of the area visited by the campaign train, Kolawole Jadoi, commended the efforts of Kashamu in his contributions to the community. Speaking to AIT Crew in an exclusive interview, Buruji stressed that delivering Ijebu State to the people will be one of his main priorities if voted in.
He knows that I believe in justice and equity, but I can correct a lot of things over there. And so far I know that my people in Ogun State, they still need more from me.
Reactions from the people of these communities visited show that Buruji Kashamu is indeed a man that is truly loved by them, as evidenced in the number of party loyalists and people who thronged the venues of campaigns. Diola Adeyemi, AIT News, Abeokuta.
No problem.
No vacancy in Asorot.
Business is booming. Thanks for good luck, Boko Haram is running now.
Your voice must be heard. Vote good luck.
Let's keep going forwards. Vote good luck on March 28th.
The Honorable Minister of Petroleum Resources, Mrs. Desani Alison Madweke, COM, presents the official groundbreaking ceremony of the gas industrial city Ogidigbe at the deep sea port Baramoti, Delta State, Nigeria, by His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Date, Thursday, 26 March 2015. Venue, project site, Delta State, Nigeria. Time, 11 a.m. Logistics arrangements are in place to convey guests to and from the event venue. All guests must be seated by 10 a.m.
Grace, yes, have you heard of PDP volunteer? No. It brings benefits like Shopee, GIS, wow, Project Art, Nollywood. I want to be an actress now. You like that one. And for famous like me, there is presidential scholarship and all other programs of President Jonathan for the youth and masses of Nigeria. I am a youth now. Hello?
It's happening in the village,
In the village?
Yes, okay.
It's happening here too.
They say the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. Ideas rule the world and knowledge is power. So what are you waiting for? Get the form and register now. Register today to become a PDP youth volunteer in Nigeria and reap the dividends of democracy. Register online at www.pdpvolunteer.com or on the hard copy and return the form to us through PDP Volunteer Center in your ward. Vote good luck and Sambo for President 2015. Vote PDP. It is time to come under the umbrella of transformation. Jointly powered by Presidential Campaign Organization, Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria, TAN, and Women for Change and Development Initiative.
My brother and I love football, Charlie. So, we decided to test our football skills on a journey across Africa. We cannot let strong pain stop us from being there for each other. That's why we choose Panadol Extra.
Panadol Extra relieves 5 types of pain: headache, toothache, backache, muscle ache, and menstrual pain.
Panadol Extra. When strong pain is gone, life takes its place.
Yes, so we can down my way, go use it, umbrella cover his people. Rivers people no go suffer, we no go beg for PDP. Rivers people no go suffer, hospitals go there. Rivers women no go suffer again, scholarship for Rivers youth no go suffer again. Yes, a weekend for Rivers people vote on the go for deputy governor.
Barrister Ezenwoye Sonwike, a man of the people with passion for the development of the common man. PDP, the only political party in Nigeria with gender tolerance. That's why Barrister Ezenwoye Sonwike, the governorship candidate for PDP Rivers State, chose Dr. Ipalibo Harry Banigo, a seasoned medical doctor from Calabari, as his deputy. Vote wisely. Vote PDP. Vote umbrella.
Rivers people no go suffer.
Gone are the days when women in Nigeria used to be political spectators. They sang, danced, shouted, and most importantly, they voted to get men into power. Under President Goodluck Jonathan, the status of the Nigerian women has changed for the better. Important national structures are now headed by women who have proven that what a man can do, women can do or even do better, as they make equal contribution to our country in policy formation and project execution. The empowerment program of the federal government has enhanced the potential of market women and petty traders to grow, thereby providing a safety net for the family. The First Lady, Dame Patience Jonathan, has also provided a rallying point for women across the nation. When women are empowered, the nation is definitely empowered.
Talk to your neighbor.
Many people ask me, why am I running for office again? And I ask them, what has changed since I began this mission? Can you honestly, truly say that our country has changed for the better? Is the naira in your bank account of greater value today than it was 4 years ago? How can we allow the cowards of Boko Haram take over any part of this country? A sovereign state? How can the young people die looking for a job in Abuja and justice is not met? What is going on here in this our country? Allow me to prove to you that in your lifetime you and your children can be proud of this country.
Welcome to Business Reports. I'm Chioma Unyabo. The Monetary Policy Committee MPC of the Central Bank of Nigeria on Tuesday voted to retain the key repo rate at 13%. The MPC also left the cash reserve ratio, that's the CCR, on private sector deposit at 20%. CCR on public deposit at 75% and liquidity ratio at 30%. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, said the decision was to allow for growth in the nation's economy.
The committee observed that its previous decisions needed time for their effects to fully permeate the economy and therefore voted to maintain the current position.
Emefiele further said the nation's foreign reserve has fallen to $30 billion, a figure which he assured Nigerians that there is no cause for alarm.
I think I would say is still a good level of reserve and can support at least close to about 5 to 6 months imports, and we believe that this is still good enough to support business and support the Nigerian economy.
Governor noted that stabilizing the foreign exchange rate is even more of a priority, and restrictions on interbank trading will likely stay in place. Now, President Goodluck Jonathan has called on Nigerians to be patient as the dividend in the transformation of the power sector unfolds. The president said this on Tuesday at the commissioning of the 504 megawatts power station in Umuabasi, Ukwu, Abia State.
Power is key to development. Without power, micro, small and medium enterprises cannot do well. That is the focus of this administration.
Minister of Power Chinedu Neighbor and Managing Director of Niger Delta Power Holding Company James Olotu both agreed that the project will serve the state known as a hub of small-scale industrialization.
A month ago it was Olorunshogo, 750 megawatts. Today it is Aloji, 504 megawatts. Your Excellency, this is an unbroken record.
See, what you are looking behind you is actually 3/4 of the size of the plant that you are seeing. Deep down inside the ground, there's another 1/4 of this size under the ground, so that you can appreciate exactly the size of this structure.
Governor Theodore Oji was full of praises, noting that the project is strategic to the development of the state. The Aloji power plant, a combined cycle power plant made up of 4 gas turbine units of 126 capacity each and 570 megawatts from the steam turbines. That's Business Reports. I am Chioma Onyabo. The news hour continues.
I have decided so I can go to school without fear.
I have decided because I'm tired of hearing Jarano. I have decided because I no longer want to be ashamed of the color of my passport.
We have decided because we want fairness and justice.
We have decided because we lost our brother in a car crash on bad roads.
Àti pinnu nítorí pé a fẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ wa àti àwọn ọmọ wa gbé ìgbé ayé tí ó dára.
Yanzu mun gaji da roƙon gwamnati su ba mu abin da ya kamata ya zama namu.
We have decided to vote for change.
Vote for Buhari and Oshibaju. Vote APC.
Nigeria, united in diversity. And for the love of country, we stand one. For the love of country. Goodluck Jonathan believes in Nigeria.
For the love of country.
He has passion for Nigeria and committed to making it work. For the love of country. He loves Nigeria and will do more.
For the love of country.
If you love Nigeria the way he does, stand up to be counted. For the love of country. So show some love.
For the love of country.
No matter the tribe, no matter the tongue, no matter the religion. One love Nigeria. Good work, good luck, good love. Vote Goodluck Jonathan for second term. Good luck.
Yai? Madonna. My fellow Nigerians, I have heard that the best things in life come easy. ko ba haka ba? But I have discovered that some things come even easier. The barrier of good governance in Nigeria has been broken. Even me as a trader selling kamia, I have seen it. We just want continuity. Abun ba matsala ciki. Come March 2015, go and vote for the Umbrella Party. Vote for Goodluck Ebele Jonathan for President 2015.
This message is sponsored by Goodluck Lagos Grassroots.
Decided to undertake to be a part of the graduate internship scheme. We were very, very certain that that program was good for us. Today, we have taken in 25 graduate interns in different disciplines. Signing up for the GIS has been of tremendous value to AfriHub. I urge all employers to be a part of this great program. It is a program that really assures that we are keying into our corporate social responsibility.
To join the scheme, register and take graduates to work for you while government pays them. For more information, visit the website. The Graduate Internship Scheme is one of the many programs of President Goodluck Jonathan's transformation agenda, set up to create jobs for Nigerian graduates.
Fighting corruption through the barrel of a gun and divisive persecution does not work. It didn't work for Buhari 31 years ago and will not work today. Goodluck Jonathan believes stealing is a cancer to Nigeria that must be wiped out. That is why he says we should not glamorize it with a big word like corruption. We must call it what it is. Stealing. Only. Barawo. Oyoshi. He believes the only lasting solution to corruption is to fight the cause as well as the effect through social revolution and judicial accountability. He has eliminated corruption in agriculture, and under his presidency, over 126 cases have been prosecuted and convicted involving stealing. Vote Goodluck Ebele Jonathan for a long-lasting solutions to corruption. A message from Truth Never Dies.
You're still watching the News Hour on AIT. It's now time for our big story for tonight.
Your call credit is low.
No, they finish with 50% bonus on all recharge monthly, 100% instant bonus daily, and 200% bonus every weekend to call all networks. You never have to worry about your airtime on the Etisalat network. Talk longer when you recharge today.
Etisalat, now you're talking.
The acceptance of Boko Haram's offer of allegiance by the Islamic State militant is coming at a time when the terrorist organization is being driven far from territories it previously held in Nigeria. There are, however, concerns that the new partnership between the two terrorist organizations may be beginning of a new phase in terrorism in Nigeria. In our big story tonight, AIT's Amici Anakwe takes a look at the emerging scenario.
What happens when two of the world's biggest and ruthless terrorist organizations agree to partner in bringing death, destruction and misery to its victims? This is the question on the minds of Nigerians following Islamic State's acceptance of the allegiance pledged to it by Boko Haram. The two organizations have a lot in common. They are both jihadists that derive joy in beheading innocent people, taking over territories for the establishment of caliphates, and unleashing a reign of terror and destruction. The Nigerian military dismissed the allegiance, saying the move by the Boko Haram was born out of desperation to remain relevant in the face of its crushing defeat. But security and strategic analysts believe the alliance should be viewed seriously as it portends grave danger if unchecked.
Of course, it will boost their morale. They will be able to hire more recruits.
they will have enough money at their disposal to pay people to go and blow themselves up. So they will have more funds to do recruitment.
For now, the two terrorist organizations operate far away from each other. The Islamic State is active in Iraq and Syria, where it holds substantial territories. It is also fighting for territories in Libya. So technically, Islamic State militants have only Niger Republic to cross to be within Nigerian territory.
Chad and Benin Republic are coming on board now to make sure that the transportation of people, manpower, weapons are not encouraged across the Sahara. So the question we should look into, how do we control this trans-Saharan movement of potential training tours between the ISIL in Libya to what's going to happen in the Western Africa?
The camp of the Boko Haram is apparently in disarray following sustained offensive by Nigerian, Chadian and Nigerian military. So it can do with funding, training and arming from the richer and more coordinated Islamic State. There are also possibilities that fleeing Boko Haram fighters may join their allies to fight in North Africa and the Middle East.
It is very, very possible for them to come to Nigeria here to come and even train our Boko Haram insurgents. And again, it's also very easy for Boko Haram insurgents to travel to these countries where the ISIL is actually holding sway to get a very sophisticated training. It's very easy, it's very possible based on our own porous borders.
The good news for Nigeria is that after some hesitations, its neighbors, ECOWAS and the African Union have seen Boko Haram as their problem also. A 10,000 member force is being put together by the continental body to contain Boko Haram.
We have to be a step ahead of the terrorists. That is the only way we can stop them. It will be too late if they strike and kill people. That one, we have to prevent them. We have to preempt, we have to prevent. We don't have always to be a reactionary force, wait till after the action has taken place before we now before we now react. We must stop them before they take their action.
In Africa, we have the highest level of poverty. We have low job creations, acute unemployment. And when you look at all this alongside with the youth restiveness, you now see it from the microscopic problem of Africa as a continent.
From every indication, more African countries will have to contend with one form of terrorism or the other as militant groups are becoming active in more and more countries across the world. Amechi Anapue, AIT News, Abuja.
Right, cool. 200 megabyte gives me 5 days of BBM, WhatsApp and Facebook. Wait, so is that true? What about Twitter, Facebook? What if it finishes when I'm using it? Why can't I just know how long my data will last?
Get data that lasts as long as you need with Smart Packs from Etisalat. Buy data in packs of your favorite apps and choose from the chat, social need to stay connected all day or all week. Dial *200# to try it now.
Now you can enjoy streaming all your favorite videos all day and every day with Video Pack.
Etisalat. Now you're talking.
We told you earlier that the head of the European Union delegation to Nigeria and the Economic Community of West African States, Arian Michel, has called on politicians to play by the rules of the general elections ahead of the polls on Saturday. Arian made the call when he paid a courtesy visit to the Rivers State All Progressives Congress standard bearer, Dakuku Peterside, who presented his roadmap to prosperity project to the European envoy. We have the details.
The head of European Union delegation to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Michel Arion, who was visiting Port Harcourt for the first time, said it was an opportunity to meet the APC standard bearer, Dakuku Peterside, so as to have a mental picture of what politics and electoral process at the state level looks like.
I will try to meet with the governor and also the candidates for the next gubernatorials. An opportunity to discuss with all candidates and other political stakeholders, but also civil society. I think they are very important.
Arion, though expressed worry at the increasing tension ahead of the March 28 and April 11 elections, appealed to the political gladiators to practice what they have been preaching before, during, and after the polls, as the global community is apprehensive about the outcome of the elections.
As the EU, we are the friends of Nigeria and Nigerians, and we would like to avoid violence by all means. So what kind of prevention, what kind of preparedness can we support?
APC governorship candidate Dakuku Petiside commended the EU on their timely visit and presented a copy of his roadmap to prosperity for Rivers State to Michel Arion. Dakuku also reiterated his commitment to the conduct of an election devoid of violence.
Saniza on AIT. I am Hauwa Kassan.
I am Kunle Adewale. Thanks for staying with us.
So make we move forward, oh Nigeria.
Make history. Be part of the world's first voter video. Go to www.hatsforward.ng. The best 50 clips will be shown on national TV.
To Almighty Allah, the children of late Amina Musa Olomtoni Oyarehua from Uneme Eru, Akoko Edo local government area of Edo State, announced the exit of our beloved mother and grandmother, Hajia Amina Musa Olomtoni Oyarehua, who passed on 13th February 2015. She is survived by 8 children and 13 grandchildren, amongst whom are Hadiza Oyarehua, Hajia married to Obin Kola, Mrs. Mariam Okoji deceased, Nasiru Oyarehua, Habiba Oyege Oyarehua, Rahmatu Momo, Mulet Izedoe, Engineer Muhammad Oyarehua, obsequies. Final burial 25th March 2015, 1 p.m. at Our Lady of Fatima College, Auchi, Isaka West Local Government Area of Edo State. May her gentle soul rest in peace. Signed, Nasiru Oyarehua for the family.
For 16 years them tell us, say they want to give us light, we know see light corruption everywhere, security no dey, Nigeria say die Dem dey waka come again eyes and see dem wan come again dem fail us before, dem go fail us again dem dey thief our oil enough is enough. Na change we want make we vote APC, vote Buhari for the sake of work dem kill our children and dem no see work there is God dem dey waka come again eyes and see dem wan come again
APC change all over Nigeria, say Buhari.
Some have a special gift of having a good heart. I don't wanna be a superstar, I'm gonna shine a light. And I know the other God, see me to the height. From my home, Guinea, to paradise, with no Jonathan release. This is me, child. My dreams come true. Me, I know Jonathan don't go through. But play, God hold am tight. That's why the people they fight. Because in the same time, that's why no go ever tire. You but no one hope. You must say never yo. Give me up to the heights. We know just on November the 20th.